coach is back with classic MLB interviews as we're doing the Hall of Famers to those players that have made the Hall of Fame. So you sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
All right. We are honored this evening to have several great Major League Baseball players in our midst. We've mentioned a lot of them. One local baseball legend coming up on stage to introduce another of our most popular legends. So please welcome to the stage, longtime Tiger, head of the local MLB Alumni Association, Bob Miller.
Over the years, there have been some real remarkable words of wisdom that have been spoken at this podium at events like this. For 12 years, I was involved with the Diamond Dinner in New York. The makeup, of course, was from all of the teams, major league teams that were represented in the major leagues over the years. One day, Yogi Berra was up at the podium, and someone from the audience posed a question. When Marilyn Monroe married Joe DiMaggio, what impact did it have on baseball? And without hesitation, Yogi said, gee, I don't know what impact it had on baseball, but let me say this. It sure as hell beat the hell out of rooming with Phil Rizzuto. Another time, Yogi was up at the podium, and he was trying to elaborate about the great Yankee teams that he played on, and talking about specifically Mickey Mantle. And as he was reading from his script, he read, instead of saying that Mantle was immortal, he said Mantle was immoral, and all of a sudden everybody was on the floor laughing. One year, Don Zimmer. I got traded even up for Zimmer, and he calls it probably one of the worst trades in Major League Baseball, next to Ernie Broglio and Lou Brock. He said, to this day, every time I see him in New York at the reunions, he always said, he holds his head and he said, you're my nightmare. I know that I was worth more than one of you. Well, I'm here because it's my pleasure to introduce a longtime buddy, a great athlete. I knew him when he was playing for Maranao down in Cuba in the Winter League. He was a living legend down there. He played 17 years in the big leagues. Mostly with the White Sox. He spent some time over at Cleveland. He had 17 years, and he hit 300, his lifetime batting average. Hit 189 home runs. He could do it all. Run the bases. He kept all the outfielders on their toes all the time. He was always there, and he played for, I think, 5 decades. 5 decades. Unbelievable. When players like Jackie Robinson come up, players like Larry Doby, this guy contributed as much to Major League Baseball as those two guys. It is my very distinct pleasure. I'm honored to introduce a good buddy, Orestes Minnie Minoso.
profundo de mi corazón, deep from my heart, I just say thank you. This big hitting club, everyone here. I don't know this thing's going to be happy. If Rio hadn't been ahead, I would have died. Because I don't know how to take it, this kind of. I don't do anything. Anything I do is just wicked. I do my best to the fan. Because to the fan, this is the owner, the whole show. And what I will do is just for you guys and ladies. Today, to myself, this is the second time that I faced the most tough pitch, like a designated hitter, to anybody else. You know why? Because the day before yesterday, surprise, they give a day to William, or general manager. He had something passed and he found it, and he called the designated hitter Minnie. It was a junior kid day. My junior kid day, I was there. Here I am, Minnie had to be the last man. I've faced so many people to make it so beautiful English. Speak it great. He had come with a guy who used to cut the silver and clean the floor with a Cuba to make a speech. And I don't know what to do. And I said, God, please, put it in my mind a few good words to say thank you to these people. So after the governor was there sitting next to me, all this guy make a speech, he immediately come out. And tonight it is the same way. But you know, guys, I love you. I respect you. And I respect everyone who used to be here to Western Cooper Town. I respected the gentleman who represented the White Sox. They went jamming every place. You don't represent the White Sox. You represent America. Everybody, anybody who go over there in the sport or any other kind of way, they represented America. They represented everyone else, like those people who give it life over there and fight. And that's the reason you see my car with the flag in either side. Doesn't mean my love, my respect to men and ladies who lose their life over there, fight to make it the world be better. And now we have to say, God bless America, because America don't have anything to hide to anybody. Before, they used to say, America, well, because you can go over there. No. America do something that any other country not do it without the puts. They said, that's at the time, and that's the guy we think we need it, they there. Who's the president of the United States? They're American. Black and white? No, this is America. Now those people who used to criticize America because they say, no, you're not black. You have to say, no, they're all brother and sister. They like Jackie Robinson and Van Ricky. They want to start it, check it on each other, black and white. I'm not living there. I live in human. I'm not a black, I'm not white, I'm a human. And now America has to get together and say, God bless you, America. God bless you, everyone else. Get together. Fight against each other who will get to us. If we watch each other, and we understand each other, we don't have a problem here. If we have a spy here in this country, we find it. If your son is a spy, tell it. If your brother is a spy, don't be ashamed to say to the Lord, we have a spy in the house, take it away. This is my idea. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And I work for both sides. With the car, my respect, and I hope that they win it. And I hope we win it, and we beat them. Can I say it? I don't know how to speak English, we beat the hell out of you guys.
A blast from the past, taking you back and reminiscing of those good old days. with some of the legends of the game.
I have time to see you in Chicago.
You got it.
That's we see a White Sox, Red Sox World Series.
I know.
Ready? Welcome back to Talk to Me with the coach, Mike V. Mayden. This on the road. Once again, taking youngsters behind the scene. And I ran across the man, Big Papi. How we doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing great.
That's great.
Well, last go round. You're hanging up the cleats after this year.
That's right, my man. That's right. You know, it's been an unbelievable journey. And, you know, life continue. Step up to the next chapter in my life and begin to be a baseball fan afterwards.
So let's reflect back. I mean, you got a great major league career. I want to say nearly 1,000 home runs, but you've been hitting them, including last night. So I mean, reflect back over your career.
Hey, you know what? There's something very special about Chicago that I would never forget. Chicago fans, you guys are part of my career big time because Chicago was where I played my first major league game. It was
right?
called up in Chicago. The very first time ever I came to Chicago was because I was called up by the Minnesota Twins.
Yeah.
So there's something that I always gonna talk about is my first day in the big league, and it belonged to Chicago.
Well, when you kick your feet up and reflect back, you got about 4 World Series rings. You got I don't know how many MVPs and batting titles and home runs. I mean, you know, only one could just sit down and imagine what really go through your head when you reflect back.
Well, let me tell you, I never dreamed of it, and my dream never went that far. But what I can tell you that I was focused on is, you know, put a lot of hard work together, because if there's one thing I learned since day one was, if you want to maintain yourself playing for a long time in the big league, you definitely gotta bust your tail. You know what I'm saying? So today's the day still where I still, you know, going at it, even if I'm gonna retire after this season. You know, there's a lot of young kids right here that they lead by example, and they watch me every day.
Yeah.
And I know they want to be like me. I know they want to have a career like me. So, you know, I feel the responsibility that I can shut it down just because I'm retiring after this season. I want to make sure that they are all taken care of, you know, and it's my legacy.
And I know a part of your legacy too, when you talk about Chicago, is Kirby Puckett.
My man, rest in peace, man. You know, that's the reason why I wear my number 34. You know, Kirby was like a big brother, like a father to me. And he take care of all of us when we were in Minnesota. Even if he wasn't playing, at the time he was part of the front office, to come down and let us know what's up, what time it was. So it was just that respect that he earned coming from us. And you go and talk to my boy Torrey, like Troy Hawkins, Matt Lawton, Eddie Guardado, all those guys, Jack Jones, and they're all going to tell you the same about him.
Yeah. And you know, you hanging it up, Jeter a couple of years ago. I mean, what's happening to all the stars of the game?
Hey, we got getting old.
Father time.
Hey, yeah, exactly. You look around, everybody's 20 years old around here. There's a lot of kids right here that I can be their dad, basically, because it's unbelievable how fast the time goes. But it's good, man. It's part of life, and you know, I thank God every day for blessing me with the opportunity to give me the talent that I developed through the years, and not only that, put that right head on my shoulder, you know, that I can be able to handle it with fame and money and everything, you know what I'm saying? And my head never grow, you know. I try to keep it simple, humbly talking, you know, and saying that if there's one thing I thank him for every day is for, you know, making me a simple man that never look over my shoulder to no one.
Yeah. You know, you come to Chicago for your last tour. Could you have brought some 90-degree weather with you?
I was trying hard.
It's kind of chilly out here today.
I know, but you know, we're just walking out of April here, so I mean, whoever come to Chicago, April, first couple of weeks of May, you know what you're gonna put up with. So we never come this early. We always come during the summer, but it is what it is with the schedule. You know what I'm saying? And they say those guys are penguin. They come in out of Boston, so they can put up with. They're not gonna bring Tampa Bay in April down here because you know those guys are Florida guys. So
yeah, they can't take this cold.
You know what I'm saying? But that's how it is.
Let me hit you with these last two questions. I know you got a busy day ahead of you. So you're hanging up the cleats. I mean, so you gonna break out the suit and tie, go in the front office, go in the broadcast booth?
Well, I'm planning next year just chill with the family and just kind of enjoy my time off. You know, I've been doing the same thing for the past 24 years. So I wanna give myself a break. But at some point you start getting bored. You wanna get busy, and I already have a lot of network hitting me, wanting me to be a part of it. They say I got that good connection with people and good way to communicate with people. So at some point, probably happens. The owners, they already asked me to be part of. They want to have me involved with the organization. Because I had a good way to connect with younger players. So we'll see how that gonna end up, how they're gonna take place. Meanwhile, I just gonna, try to, do different things. While I play baseball, I never have been able to do different things. I'm always busy getting prepared. The season is over. I take a couple of weeks off, and I go right back at them. Because I like to be ready when spring training shows up. So now I'm gonna try to enjoy myself. I have put a lot of work together, and
You'll become a teenager again.
I'm gonna try.
Let me take you back with this last question. Well, you walk way back now. You walked in that locker room for the very first time when you got called up to the big league, saw your uniform hanging up in that locker room. What was that feeling like?
Well, I couldn't believe it when I first got called up. It was like, when they told me, hey, you're going to the big league, I was like, what? Because that year that I got called up, I started the season on A-ball. I was playing A-ball, and then I got moved up to AA. Then I went for a couple of weeks to AAA, and then they told me, hey, you're going to the big league. I'm like, hold on. What are you guys talking about? Yeah, you're going to the big league. I'm like, oh, whoa. But then I got here, and it was like, I feel like I was familiar with. And here we are since, you know what I'm saying? So it's just something that I have a couple of bumps in the road, which was good to me because I learned from it. And since I learned the process, it was something that I keep it as a part of my everyday thing. So that's what kept me around the big league for 20 years. So it's like I told the kids all the time, you gotta work hard even the days that you don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Because that's what's pay off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now that was my last question, but I got to end with this one. What would the Hall of Fame mean to you?
Well, if it happens at some point, 5 years from now, it's gonna be an honor, because not everybody became to be part of that club. And only the greatest became to be Hall of Famer now. There's people that they already asked me, hey, you're a Hall of Famer, right? I'm like, no, I don't know. I will be a Hall of Famer when they name me a Hall of Famer, but right now I'm still playing, I'm still having fun. I keep on putting up numbers, which is what matters for you to become to be a Hall of Famer. I know I had an unbelievable career, but they still had to induct you. So once that time comes, and then I will feel Hall of Fame.
Coach, take you youngster behind the scenes with the man, Big Papi. I wish you well, and I must say it's been nothing but a class act to the coach.
My man.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
See you, big dog.
We've come to the end of this show. I hope you enjoyed it. So make sure you keep your eye open for the next show, as the coach will be back. A blast from the past. Stay tuned.